a different type of grieving.
We make it through the storm again.
No, Lil Poppa! Papa's grandson! Wait, another update on Lil Poppa. They're saying he took his life in front of the police and his manager. TMZ got a direct statement from the police chief stating that Lil Poppa was in a car accident. TMZ did not tell the story about how Lil Poppa passed away correctly. The story is just simply he got in a car accident. He called his manager worried about the accident. They did not say what the manager told him, but whatever was said during the conversation, he decided to up his gun and then proceed to do what you guys know next. A off-duty officer that was working at the Hilton seen the incident as well, called the police, and he was pronounced dead.
Everything is not what it seems. I don't believe that Lil Poppa took his own life. One thing they don't realize is Lil Poppa came to realization that Jesus Christ is Lord. He came to a realization that Jesus was real. And people are using videos like him saying, oh man, y'all, this is my last album. I got one more album left, then I'm going to find my peace. He knew what came with this, but he is done with this, no matter what it comes with. That wasn't saying that he finna drop this album, then he's gonna take his life.
I had problems with my immune system. Like, I can get sick like that. This shit bring me down, you know what I'm saying? This shit happened to where I can't move.
There have been several different stories circulating online about what may have happened. Some posts claim there was an accident involved. Others suggest there were conversations with people close to him before the incident. There are also claims that health issues may have played a role. At this time, however, no official public report has clearly confirmed these versions. Law enforcement authorities have not released a detailed statement verifying the exact circumstances. Because of that, much of what is being shared remains speculation. In this video, we will focus only on what can be responsibly discussed and avoid spreading unconfirmed information. He was a young artist whose voice reached millions, yet behind the music was a life shaped by loss, pain, and unanswered questions. From the streets of Jacksonville to sold-out shows and streaming playlists, his rise was real, but so were the struggles he never fully escaped. This is the story of Lil Poppa, not just a rapper, but a human being whose life and legacy still echo in the hearts of his fans. Welcome to True Crime Diaries, where we uncover shocking crimes and hidden details behind real cases. Subscribe and turn on notifications for new stories. These are real lives and real tragedies, lessons we can't ignore. Let's dive in. Before we dive into the life story, let's set the stage. Picture Jacksonville, Florida, a city with deep musical roots, tough streets, and rising voices trying to be heard. This is where Janarious Lil Poppa Wheeler was born, and here's where his journey truly began. From penning his first lyrics in church as a young boy to turning heads with heartfelt songs about survival and pain, his music became a bridge between where he came from and where he hoped to go. Over the years, he built a loyal following by speaking honestly about life's challenges, and his sound captured the attention of major players in the music industry who saw something real in him. Today, we'll explore the story of a young artist whose rise was as compelling as the troubles he faced along the way. Early media reports suggested an accident involving Lil Poppa occurred before the tragic event that took his life. However, no detailed official police report has been publicly released to confirm exactly what happened, so much of what's circulating remains unverified.
Wait, another update on Lil Poppa. They're saying he took his life in front of the police and his manager. TMZ got a direct statement from the police chief stating that Lil Poppa was in a car accident. Worried, asking the manager what he should do, the car was still drivable. They drove and parked in the nearest Hilton parking lot, where police met up with them. The officer claims that Lil Poppa stayed in the vehicle while his manager came up to the officer's window and was discussing the incident. That's when they saw him lift up his firearm, and you know what happened next. TMZ said they don't know what the discussion was that led up to him wanting to, do that. So I apologize, but until more information comes out, I don't know, was it something that happened in the accident that caused that, or just simply his cries out for help? It's still rest in peace to him. It's still a tragedy that he passed away. Just the new information caught me for a loop. Like, that's crazy that people were there and it happened. Rest in peace to him, and again, stop harassing his family and friends for information. Wait until the police tell you guys stuff, or it gets reported.
Another version later surfaced claiming that law enforcement officers were not present at the exact moment the incident occurred. This directly contradicted earlier reports, adding to the confusion surrounding the situation.
TMZ did not tell the story about how Lil Poppa passed away correctly. The story is just simply he got in a car accident. He called his manager worried about the accident. His manager told him meet him in the parking lot of Hilton. No police. When he met up with his manager, him and his manager were having a conversation. They did not say what the manager told him, but whatever was said during the conversation, he decided to up his gun and then proceed to do what you guys know next. A off-duty officer that was working at the Hilton seen the incident as well, called the police, and he was pronounced dead. It was not an OD. It was not all this other stuff. Those are blog pages lying, and TMZ is just so quick to try to put out an article. They're not proofreading what they're saying, and it has everybody on the internet confused on if he did it in front of police or if he just did it in front of the manager, or who all was there. Is it on body cam? No, it's not on body cam, but I'm pretty sure that hotel has cameras by the parking lot. Rest in peace to him, but that's the official police statement. Just want to clear up misinformation. You guys know I don't like spreading that.
Another video later surfaced featuring an individual who claimed that Lil Poppa had been planning to turn his life around and pursue a more positive, faith-centered path. This narrative seemed to contradict earlier interpretations of a separate clip that many viewers believe suggested he was feeling overwhelmed or discouraged after releasing his latest project. These differing accounts only added more uncertainty to the situation.
Everything is not what it seems. I don't believe that Lil Poppa took his own life. One thing they don't realize is Lil Poppa came to realization that Jesus Christ is Lord. He came to a realization that Jesus was real. And people are using videos like him saying, oh man, y'all, this is my last album. I got one more album left, then I'm going to find my peace.
Here's the video where Lil Poppa mentioned that he had one more project left at the time, which later fueled different interpretations online.
Say don't. You'll be proud of me, OG. Woke up, read me a Bible verse, got some breakfast in my system, talked to God about it. You know what I'm saying? And he laid it on me. I got one more album, EP, mixtape, whichever one it's gonna be, I got one more. And it's over, I'm going to find my peace.
He knew what came with this, but he is done with this, no matter what it comes with. That wasn't saying that he finna drop this album, then he's gonna take his life. He was prepared to lose his life for Jesus' sake. It's a lot of people that will know Jesus is real, but they will still let the enemy use them because they don't want to be taken out. They don't want to lose the money. They don't want to lose the fame. But what does it profit a man to gain the whole world to lose his own soul? So Lil Poppa was saying he has one more album left on that label. And after that album, he's done. He's done. He's going to find his peace in Jesus Christ. In that same video, he was speaking about how he was reading the Bible. Like, he was truly finding peace in Jesus, and he was content with that. He was content with losing his life instead of selling his soul. I used to listen to Lil Poppa when I was of the world because it was always relatable. But Lil Poppa reached over 1 million followers after his death. He didn't want to sell his soul to go higher up. They're trying to save their own life, and they end up losing their soul. Lil Poppa was willing to lose his life so Jesus can save his soul. So the narrative of y'all saying that listen to his music, he was depressed, he took his own life. When he started to read the Bible and truly believe that Jesus Christ died for his sins, depression no longer has control. Yeah, we still suffer. Yeah, we still have feelings. Yeah, sometimes it gets lonely. But knowing that Jesus Christ is Lord, Lil Poppa didn't take his own life. This world is a stage. Hearing about the autopsy and them saying that it was a self-inflicted wound to the head, it makes me feel a lot better. He didn't take himself out. He lost his life because he didn't want to sell out. I believe that Lil Poppa repented of his sins before he lost his life, but he didn't take his life. They push this narrative and they control the narrative, but God sees everything. God sees what happens behind closed doors. God sees what's done in secret. God sees the cover-ups. God sees the lies and the manipulation. Everybody got an answer to God. What's done in the dark will always come to the light.
Lil Poppa's music often touched on personal struggles, and in some of his songs he referenced challenges related to health and well-being. These moments in his lyrics gave listeners insight into parts of his life that mattered deeply to him.
My therapist, that's how I've been feeling. Between insane and depressed, I can't lie, I'm traumatized, putting angels to rest. Dad of blood, sick of little child, I gotta deal with my health. I can't believe it was a time I thought about killing myself, but I'm blessed, I guess. Why he always feeling like that shit he was born with, that ain't his pride. He get so skinny like that, he gotta take the meds. Drive by the dump, what about his family, love him to death. He let go that grudge he had with his father. I got a blood disorder, bro. I had problems with my immune system, like I can get sick like that. This shit bring me down, you know what I'm saying? This shit happened to where I can't move. Body aching and freaking out and shit. Like I say, my health and shit, that shit liable to slip up on me and bring me down at any minute. I try to stay away from the media when I'm going through my illnesses and shit like that.
Janarious Michael Wheeler was born on March 18, 2000, in Jacksonville, Florida, a city known for its thriving music scene and its tough neighborhoods. From a young age, Janarious experienced more loss and hardship than many people do in a lifetime. His father was killed when he was very young, leaving a gap that shaped his earliest memories and would stay with him throughout his life. Growing up, Janarious lived with family members who supported him, but the environment around him was one where danger and grief were never far away. In a place where gun violence and struggle were part of everyday life, he learned early on about the fragility of dreams and the weight of responsibility. Yet even in difficult moments, he found solace in music. His earliest memories of sound were rooted in family gatherings, church, and local community, places where stories were shared and emotions were expressed through rhythm and lyrics. Experts and fans alike say that Lil Poppa's ability to connect with listeners came from the raw honesty of those early years, where every lesson, pain, and triumph was carried with him into his music. As Janarious grew older, his connection to music deepened. What started as humming along to songs and writing simple lines became something more meaningful, a way to express feelings he didn't always have words for. By the time he was a teenager, he was writing his own lyrics and recording short tracks, sharing them online and with friends. Unlike some artists who chase trends, Janarious's early recordings stood out because they felt real. He didn't just rap about life, he reflected it. His music talked about everyday struggles, disappointments, hopes, and the things many young people think but don't always say out loud. That honesty resonated with other young listeners who were searching for something genuine in a genre that can sometimes feel distant or flashy. Janarious Lil Poppa, Wheeler was not only known for his music, but also as a father. He and his longtime partner, Twa Roberts, the daughter of rapper Rick Ross, welcomed a son together named PJ in 2022. Even though Lil Poppa's personal life was mostly kept private, references to his relationship and his role as a dad occasionally appeared on social media and in reports following his passing. His son and partner were mentioned by fans and industry outlets as a meaningful part of his life beyond the stage and studio. While he focused much of his energy on building his career, the bond with his family, especially his young son, was seen by many as an important part of who he was off stage.
Go,
city full of emerging talent. He began to make a name for himself, not because he sounded like everyone else, but because he sounded like himself. Local buzz turned into regional attention, and his unique tone, both melodic and thoughtful, caught the ear of music fans and small labels alike. Lil Poppa was signed to Collective Music Group, CMG, the label founded by rapper Yo Gotti. CMG operates in partnership with Interscope Records, which helped distribute and promote his music on a larger scale. Signing with CMG marked a major step in his career, placing him alongside other rising artists and giving him broader industry support, while allowing him to maintain his emotional, storytelling style. Before long, what began as simple recordings blossomed into a growing career, with tracks shared on major streaming services and communities of fans waiting for his next release. As Janarious' music spread beyond his hometown, his fan base began to grow. He wasn't just another local artist. People were drawn to his emotional honesty and the way he talked about real life, not just the typical topics in rap. What started as quiet admiration among friends online soon turned into thousands of streams and shares on platforms like SoundCloud and YouTube. As his songs gained traction, Lil Poppa started catching the attention of music industry professionals who recognized his unique voice and strong connection with fans. He began releasing more official tracks and joined tours that took him beyond Jacksonville, introducing his music to audiences in other cities. Fans appreciated how his lyrics spoke directly to struggles, whether it was pain, loss, or the daily challenges of life, and they connected with him not just as an artist, but as someone who understood them. His growing popularity led to collaborations with other artists and features on music blogs and playlists. Lil Poppa wasn't just climbing charts. He was building relationships with listeners who felt seen in his songs. With each new release, his audience became more dedicated, turning him from a rising star into a respected voice in the rap community. As Janarious' music career grew, the world around him saw the bright side: the rising tours, the streaming numbers, and the fans singing along. But behind the scenes, things weren't always easy. Like many young artists who find sudden attention, he carried his own history of loss and pain with him into every studio session and every performance. Listeners connected with his music because it was honest. It talked about the things many people feel but don't always express. That openness was part of what made his work powerful, but it also meant that he often revisited some of the hardest moments of his life every time he wrote or recorded that. Balancing personal emotions with professional expectations can be exhausting, especially for someone who grew up surrounded by real hardship and deep wounds. Industry life, constant travel, tight deadlines, and public pressure can be overwhelming for any young person. For Lil Poppa, the expectation to keep producing more songs, more hits, and more content added another layer of stress. Even while he was building a loyal fan base and making strides in his career, there were moments when he struggled internally, trying to reconcile the success he had earned with the emotional challenges he lived with every day. Friends, collaborators, and fans have shared that beneath the rising fame, he was still a real person dealing with real feelings. The same joys and struggles that many young people face, but amplified by the spotlight of the music world. On February 18th, 2026, everything changed for fans around the world. At just 25 years old, Janarious Lil Poppa Wheeler was pronounced dead on a Wednesday morning in Fulton County, Georgia, part of the greater Atlanta area, around 11:23 a.m. Eastern Time. Officials with the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office confirmed the news, and within hours, fans, fellow artists, and the wider music community were in shock as messages of tribute and sorrow spread across social media.
A different type of grieving. If he make it through the storm again and it's
No, Lil Poppa! Papa's mama grandson! Oh, it's gonna be alright! Tell him everything gonna be alright! Tell him everything gonna be okay! It's fucked up when the nigga had you when you was depressed. He was dead for a nigga, now he gone. I'm his mama grandson. When I needed you the most, my nigga, where the life kicking a nigga ass. Papa was dead when life was getting hard. And we couldn't be there for you, my nigga. You fucked the streets up with this one, twin. It's wild child, for real. Vamp life, niggas know that.
What happened? He's dead, bro. Like, he's dead. He's dead. Like, he's dead. Oh, what? He been the same since he was little. His pain going. I want my name, y'all niggas too. No, that pain ain't gone. Oh my. I can't believe this. Like, this is not funny. I saw this mama.
Let God do the choosing, but if he do, I just keep moving my way.
I got issues, ain't got nobody to vent to. Losing all my loved ones, I miss you. Y'all, why Lil Poppa passed? Oh my God, they saying that whatever the reason was, they don't know it. But I did hear that he had sickle cell. Rest in peace, Lil Poppa, man. I've been listening to you for some years now, since you've been popping. Yes, I've been listening to you. Yes. But rest in peace, rest in heaven to my dog, for real. And the fact that he was not a troubled young man, he stayed out of trouble. And, you know, he was with his grandparents a lot too, so I just hate that, to see when people pass. But you'll be missed. Papa, rest in peace, homie, yeah. Rest in peace, my boy.
These motivational words were shared by him earlier, long before the events connected to his passing, and continue to resonate with fans.
Get a few of this shit, man. Any young niggas on here right now, it's more to life, man. It's more to life, bro. You feel me? I am not in the streets no more. I'm forever a street, you feel me? But I'm not in the streets no more. If you're looking at this jacket, you can make it out. It's more to life.
I be trying to tell my partner.
Don't get stuck in this shit thinking it's all it is. Living off of what you see in this shit, what motherfuckers showing you.
Real talk.
I promise you, your favorite rapper ain't in the streets. If he is, you feel me? Hey, trust me, do believe, man. There's more to this shit, bro. There's so much of this shit I ain't seen yet, and I ain't stopped until I see it.
And we all got the same 24 hours in the day. You know what I'm saying? It's just up to what you're gonna do with yours. You know what I'm saying? Just keep grinding, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know when you might wake up and it's just that life-changing day for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm still waiting on mine.
Boozy Badass reacted publicly after reports of Lil Poppa's passing surfaced, sharing a tribute on social media. He described Poppa as talented and solid, expressing respect and acknowledging the support Poppa had shown him over the years.
I want to give a TIP Thug and Peace to Lil Poppa, man. Yeah, my little nigga right there, you know. Always supported me, looked up to me, my nigga. Always came to Boosie Bear. Solid little nigga too.
For the time being.
Some TIP Poppa, nigga, Thug and Peace, nigga. Damn, Poppa. Talented ass nigga, boy. TIP Poppa, nigga, Duval legend, nigga. The Duval legend, nigga. Legend across the world. YNs, the niggas fuck with Poppa. My daughter, them niggas fuck with Poppa. TIP Poppa, nigga. Love.
Lil Poppa had been active in his career right up until that day. Just 5 days earlier, he released a new single titled Out of Town Bay, which he described as a preview of upcoming work and which was still gaining attention and streams. He also had plans to perform live later that spring, a show scheduled for March 21st 2026 in New Orleans that was now canceled in the wake of the news. In the hours and days following his passing, fans flooded his social pages with heartfelt messages, sharing how his music had helped them through hard moments and how hard it was to accept that he was gone. Lines quoted from his last Instagram posts and stories, including lyrics about finding peace of mind, were shared again and again by people trying to make sense of a loss. Despite the confusion and grief, one thing was clear. His career was still on an upward path, and his sudden absence left a deep impression on a loyal, growing audience who had connected with his honesty and emotion. Even though his life ended far too soon, Janarious Lil Poppa Wheeler left behind a legacy that continues to be felt by fans, fellow artists, and young people who saw themselves reflected in his music. In the days after his passing, listeners around the world shared stories of how his songs helped them through tough times, from heartbreak to anxiety, and everything in between. His music wasn't just entertainment. For many, it was a companion during difficult moments. Unlike artists who hide vulnerability, Lil Poppa wore his emotions on his sleeve, speaking openly about pain, struggle, and hope in ways that felt sincere and unfiltered. That honesty helped build a deep connection with his audience, especially among young people who appreciated hearing feelings expressed in words and melodies that sounded like their own experiences. Music creators and influencers also acknowledged his contributions. Some lauded his ability to blend melodic flow with emotional depth, noting that he influenced a wave of artists who prioritize heartfelt storytelling over flashiness. Many of his songs began appearing on playlists curated not just for entertainment, but for comfort. Tracks people would listen to when they wanted to feel understood rather than just energized. Beyond the numbers, streams, views, and chart positions, Lil Poppa's impact can be seen in how his work encouraged conversations about emotional honesty, resilience, and the importance of empathy in music. His voice reminded listeners that even in difficult moments, there is room for expression, healing, and connection. As we look back on the life and music of Janarious Lil Poppa Wheeler, it's clear that his journey was about more than beats and lyrics. It was about feeling, connection, and honesty. He built something rare, a space where fans didn't just listen to music, they related to it. His songs became a place of comfort for people navigating their own struggles, and many say that hearing his voice helped them feel less alone. But his story also reminds us of the complexity beneath the surface. Behind the streams and shout-outs was a young person with hopes, challenges, and emotions that weren't always easy to carry. While we celebrate his creativity and the joy his work brought to so many, we also honor the human in the music, a reminder that artists are people first, with feelings and struggles just like anyone else. His legacy lives in the words he shared, the fans he touched, and the way his music opened conversations about real life and real emotion. And maybe most importantly, his story encourages us to listen, not just to the songs, but to one another, with empathy and understanding. That's a wrap on today's case. But the story doesn't end here. There are still countless voices unheard, stories hidden in the shadows, and truths waiting to be uncovered. Here at True Crime Diaries, we're committed to digging deeper, sharing the facts, honoring the victims, and keeping their memories alive. If you found this story meaningful, hit subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications so you're always among the first to see when a new case is released. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.
It just opened me up to realizing that I have a purpose to be here. Love me. Running into people, and you hearing them say, oh, you saved my life, you stopped me from doing this, you stopped me from doing that, you the reason I do this. And I be like, damn, little me. Love me. Well, this song did this. Well, what song that was? Shit. So I can listen to it. Cause I be having shit going, I be ready to quit that shit, you feel me? But just hearing that, it be motivation. Love me. Hey Chad, if you feeling bad, always remember there is a tomorrow.
Sure. It ain't promised, but it is tomorrow.
And when you wake up, remember, it's fuck yesterday. Anything from yesterday don't matter. Ain't number 24. A long way to go.
Love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, yeah, 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 love me, oh, love me, love me, love me.
When you wake up, remember,
It's fuck yesterday. Anything from yesterday don't matter.